On today's episode, we'll take a look at the National Independent Tennis Tournament hosted for the first time by Longwood University. Then we take a look at the senior art exhibits displayed at the Longwood Center for Visual Arts. After that, we will recap spring weekend traditions, and lastly, a preview of upcoming theater productions. Hello and welcome to Longwood Live. I'm your host, Kevin Rich. For the first time this past weekend, Longwood University hosted the National Independent Tennis Tournament. Reporter Jillian Beuschel was there to cover the story.
I'm standing here on Longwood's home tennis court, where just this past weekend they hosted the National Independent Tournament for the first time. And although this is the first tournament many players have participated in, both the men's and women's team clinched the title. In the past few years, the Longwood's men and women's tennis teams have moved from Division II to Division I status. Unfortunately, since the upgrade, the teams have not been able to join a conference, but this year they were able to play in and host the National Independent Tennis Tournament.
Well, this is the first independent tournament that we've held, and it's a special tournament because since when we switched to Division I 3 years ago, we transitioned. We don't play an end-of-the-year tournament anymore since we're not in the conference. So this year was the first time that our men actually played a Division I tournament, and so that's pretty nice. And our women played one last year at Pan American, which is in Texas.
The tournament was put together for teams who are in between divisions to be able to play each other at the end of the season and to win a title.
There are four other schools here, and then we're playing a round robin, and then whoever has the most wins at the end is the winner. And if it's a tie, it goes by games lost, whoever has the fewest games lost.
Since the tournament was hosted here at Longwood, it has not only helped the team gain recognition around campus, but has also helped them to make a name for themselves within the district.
Well, since we're having the tournament here, we're hoping a lot of people come watch and other teams will know who we are and maybe put us on the schedule next year.
The tournament took place between Thursday, April 15th and Sunday, April 18th, with both the men and women taking the win and the title of National Independent Champions. This is Jillian Beuschel reporting for Longwood Live.
1, 2, 3, 1.
Thanks, Jillian. For the past few weeks, the Longwood Center for Visual Arts has been displaying senior art. As a part of the degree requirements in the art department at Longwood University, students must complete assessments every year. By junior year or third assessments, all students must have a proposal ready for their senior professional project. During the senior year, students continuously work on their pieces, receiving multiple assessments from professors. By April, students will have to have completed 3 pieces of art with an artist statement to exhibit at Longwood Center for Visual Art. The exhibit has been on display since spring weekend and will continue until the end of the semester. Speaking of spring weekend, every year in early April, students gather on Stubbs Lawn to celebrate old and new traditions.
This past weekend brought back one of Longwood's beloved traditions, Spring Weekend, a weekend where the school's programming board, Lancer Productions, plans for big bands and big fun. This year was no different than the rest, with the theme of putting the farm back in Farmville. Students participated in years of old traditions with a country twist.
I have a hospitality person who takes care of all the artists upstairs. That's Kyle Gannon, and she is amazing. And I have the street team within Lancer Productions that takes care of all the booths for me. I just have to make sure that everyone is kind of doing their job.
Since there are so many unique traditions to enjoy during spring weekend, like the endless rows of booths, a constant lineup of live bands, and of course, foosball, everyone takes sides on what their favorites are.
I have kind of fallen in love with the idea of Lancer Productions doing a shirt for spring weekend that kind of incorporates everything that goes on Saturday.
My favorite spring weekend tradition has to be foosball. Just during the Friday and Saturday, just getting in the water and getting muddy. Like, it's something better than that.
Not only is spring weekend like a gift to Longwood students from the university to let loose and have fun during one of the busiest times of the year, but it is also a selling point for prospective students and their parents.
I think it was a lot of fun. It takes me back to my own college days and how much fun I had in school, and I think it's a great way for students that are prospective students to see how much fun it can be. They know they have to work, but it's nice to see the social side too.
There are plenty of new and old traditions unfolding during the day, like the booths, which is the biggest and arguably best tradition. Each booth is sponsored by an organization which is working to raise money for a philanthropy or other causes by selling food or by other creative ways.
Bad boyfriend.
This is Jillian Beuschel reporting for Longwood Live. Back to you, Kevin.
The Longwood Theater Department and Opera Workshop have recently been focusing their efforts on the production of musicals. For 2 weeks, a Broadway hit musical, Little Shop of Horrors, was performed on the Main Stage Theater in the Center for Communication Studies and Theater. Another musical production, I Hear America Singing, opens this Thursday, April 22nd at 7 p.m. Another performance will be on Friday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. and a matinee at 3 p.m. on Sunday, April 25th. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Longwood Live. I'm Kevin Rich, and we'll see you next time.